Welcome to another episode of George Directs Coffee. This is episode 26, and today I have my brother, Koosh.
What's up?
Cheers.
Cheers, good sir. Pink.
I am drinking some Starbucks blend. You're drinking a Four Sigmatic coffee.
Mushroom
mix.
coffee.
Mushroom coffee. Quarter
I
set
don't
mushrooms.
want to burn my tongue off.
I know, it might be too hot.
Esa vaina está caliente, loco. It's good though.
It's good?
It's hot.
Yeah, I picked them up, and there's actually a spot around your way. Mm-hmm. It's called Vida Divina. Mm-hmm. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You see it?
That's on Milliken. Yeah, it's on Milliken.
They don't make Four Sigmatic.
Yeah.
They make their own version of mushroom coffee.
Okay. I never knew what that place was. I thought it was like a spa or something.
Yeah,
Doesn't
so
that seem like the name of a spa?
Because I was driving to Loma a lot for my run.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this looks super like interesting. What is it? And then when I looked, it's all mushroom based like products, like protein powders and stuff like that. But excuse me, they make coffee.
I mess with that. Bruh.
But man, I got you on here. I'm happy. Not that
I'm not a blue moon, bro. I'm around.
I know.
I live in the same state as you.
I know. It's just
I live here.
it's I don't have today's Friday. That's what it is. I don't have Fridays off.
Bro, I have every Friday off. And for the people that are listening, Fridays are for fun. That's why it begins with an F. You got to take off on Fridays.
So I took off on Friday because I was supposed to be.
I want to hear a good story? Not a good story, but when I started taking Fridays off, do you remember my mom's, like, our family friend, Natalie?
Yeah.
Yeah, her mom, her name was Hilda, old Jewish lady, sweetest lady in the world. When I started working at the chocolate store,
Yeah.
I never wanted to work Fridays, and my sister was the manager there. Yeah. So with the people that actually like managed, she was like an assistant manager. So with the people that actually managed the place, I told them, I was like, yo, I got a sick grandmother. She's like 80 something years old, and I take care of her on Fridays. That was my excuse to take off from work on Friday. I knew from when I was a kid I wasn't gonna work Fridays.
But you know what's crazy? For you it's Fridays, right? For me,
Sunday. Yeah, it's always been Sunday. I don't know why. Why Sunday?
Because Sunday's a rest day, bro.
I think Sunday, for you in your head, it's Sunday's church day.
We've been conditioned, bro.
You were conditioned to believe that Sunday's like for you to chill.
Yeah. I was supposed to be going to New York to go see an art show by the one and only Sep. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out.
He is an avid listener, so I gotta thank him every time I mention him. And also, I hit 100 subscribers. Not that anybody cares, but to me, I feel like it's an accomplishment. Yeah, everybody. Somebody's paying attention.
That's good though, man.
And shout outs to Aqua Raps for that because.
How do you get to 100 followers?
So I had like 80, and then I did the music videos for Aqua Raps, that's his name.
Yeah.
And then his following came, like a portion of his people came onto my page. So I gotta step my game up now because now I have like more people watching.
I thought you were gonna give me like a simple answer, like one follower at a time.
Nah. Because it's exciting. I feel like it's.
Don't you feel weird having somebody watch you? Though that's kind of creepy.
But it's not in that sense. Like I'm like making not tutorial, but I'm vlogging. It's not. There's people who do stuff for like validation, and there's people who just do stuff
because they enjoy to do it. Yeah.
So like,
that's interesting though.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna have more.
It seems like something you would have loved to have done beforehand. Like it took you a while to do this. Mm-hmm. It always seemed like something right up your alley.
Yeah, this has always been like something that I love. So, and then like being able to shoot the music videos because that's always been my passion, you know. And I mention it here all the time. But like that to me has always been like.
I've been in one of those music videos.
Yeah.
Use my shooting expertise.
It's funny because I can't find it on YouTube, so I think he took it down.
That's a bummer.
But it's in one of the hard drives. So
excuse me.
So I was trying to show them like, yo, I actually like this. I love this. This is
Yeah.
like, my passion for filming came from music videos.
That's interesting.
You know, and then you already know how I grew up, so you already know how the music was in the house. Like,
Yeah.
you can't listen to this, or you can't watch
It's
this.
got to be some Christian music.
Yeah. It wasn't that
Or
far,
not
but
necessarily
like, yeah.
Christian, but it has to be like wholesome.
Wholesome, yeah. You couldn't be like the text message.
Well, there used to be I don't even remember the name of the song, but my uncle, the one that lived in New York, was, Tio Mon.
Yeah.
He would make fun of us because we always listened to like reggaeton. You remember what was it? Do boom boom, mami mami. No. When that song came out, my sister used to blast that on Sundays. Whenever we were home from school, she would just blast that. There was a song around that same time, Tumba la casa, Tumba la casa.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember you always singing it.
When we went to visit him one day, and somebody was blasting it. I don't remember who was blasting it, but he's like, "¿Y qué es esa vaina de Tumba la casa, coño?" He hated music like that, but he was like that. He was very like Roman Catholic and really religious. My mom didn't care. Just, whatever you want to listen to it. Just don't do anything stupid or get caught doing anything stupid.
See, but like this is perfect, man. I have somebody who's seen me grow up. Like we grew up with the same age, and we.
I'm not the same age.
Oh, you're
I'm
older,
your senior, bro. I'm your senior.
So it's crazy because you already know how I am with music, and like people don't believe me that like I literally went out of my way. I always had headphones on.
Yeah, there was always an earbud in your ear. Before we had like the cool ones.
Yeah.
You used to do this little magic trick where you would like fish. Here we go. We got a wire right here. Let me try this. You would fish it around.
Yeah.
Stick it in your ear. Put on the beanie. And do this in class. People would be asking, "Yo, what's he doing?" Just listening to music, doing whatever he does. Like George is doing George.
George is doing being George. Yeah.
Good times.
I laugh because I think
life is simple.
Yeah, I think about our childhood, and I remember like a lot of things that we, like people, in the sense of like I don't want to say trend setting, but like having something, or wearing something that was before it became popular.
Yeah.
Like I guess in the hipster thing that's what like it is right now. Like I had that before it became popular, but it's like I remember
it was cool before you were cool.
But like
You're
remember
cool off the strength of me now.
But remember like the academics shirt that had like the carpet like thing, and then I was thinking about those and I'm like, damn, I just like remember having like a lot of these things that later on became like something, you know, and it was just like or like the 555 Soul or LRG before we got like real big, like. So it
used to have, what was the name of that company? Pele. There was a couple of companies that they came and went, but at the time they were cool. But academics, that's something you don't really
see.
Yeah, or that PMB, you remember that?
Yeah.
That was cool.
And what's the other one? R something 55.
I don't remember that one, but I know what you're talking about.
I had a turntable, and I had a gray one with a guy. Yeah. My school ID has it.
Yeah, I remember that shirt. It was. They had a little bit of red on that. I remember.
Yeah. They had like a World War II soldier or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
Echo was real big before it got like corny. Mecca.
That was
you always had a lot of Mecca shirts.
I wore a lot of Mecca. I wore a lot of Wu Wear Echo, but I wore Wu Wear because my brother used, he was religious with Wu-Tang, but.
I still got that.
Whenever
I still got my hoodie, my
the one that everybody wore. Every one of your friends wore that. I borrowed that at one point.
Yeah, and then you stretched it out. You got it stretched out, and it still fits to this day. It's one of my favorite hoodies, and I have it. It's funny. The gray is kind of like
it's Blade now.
Yeah,
not Blade, but
it's one of my favorite. It's my comfort hoodie.
I feel like hoodies are my comfort in general. It's 97 degrees out right now, and I'm wearing the black Vans hoodie.
It just feels like 100 right here because the AC don't pump over here.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, dude. I think about that, or like the shell tops, the high tops.
Okay.
The black and white.
Yeah. They don't make them anymore. I feel like I've never seen another pair of those since then. And that was what, 6th, 7th grade?
Yeah, and then I got made fun of. And then the year following, who had them?
Chuck. I see you, bro.
Haters, bro.
Chuck, yeah. It's like, those are for girls. The next year he was rocking them.
He was rocking the same ones. Those are, and I still, to this day, I can't find them. To this day.
I told you, bro. Every time. That's funny.
And I remember like windbreakers were big back then, like baggy windbreakers.
Pullaways. You remember that?
Yeah.
I've had some accidents.
But I had
in those.
I wore a pair of boots. They weren't Tim's, but they were.
They look like
They were like a dark brown. They were a reddish brown.
the wallaby looking boot that you had. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what that was. What was that?
Yeah, I can't remember what boot.
I feel like people out here wear those like work boots.
Boots, yeah.
They're steel toe. I know that much. I don't know what they are.
But I remember I was in middle school, and then some girl was like, she was like, I was in 7th grade, and I think she was like 8th grade or whatever. She's like, windbreakers and boots. But then everybody on their album cover had sweats and boots, and I was like,
do you remember those sweats? The PJ Mark or PJ something?
Yeah.
Everybody wore sweats with Timbs.
Yeah,
and not the Timbs without the leather. Because those other Timbs were weird.
Yo, they don't sell real Timbs out here, bro. Even the Timberland store where I went, they don't sell.
Yeah. I went to one, I think it was in Ontario Mills.
Yeah. So they don't even sell the ones that are in New York.
Yeah.
And they're not even comfortable. They're the most uncomfortable boots, but there's just a fashion statement.
It's just the style, man. Like the JanSport book bag.
Yeah. Yo, right? So everybody's like, you've always known me to like book bags also. And I had like that. Remember that Echo bag?
Yeah.
The big Echo bag?
You were the one who had the bag that, was it the white bag that you could tag up? Who had that?
No, I didn't have a white bag.
It was like a JanSport white bag.
I didn't have a white one.
And the cool thing was you get the tag on it.
Yeah, everybody got the metallic markers.
That was cool, yeah.
And then, the Avarex Pullovers.
Avarex, wow. I had Avarex like sweater vest.
Yeah.
The cutoffs.
Yeah, and then you remember that Old Navy came out with like their own
Anorak jacket.
The Anorak jackets too.
I remember that. I feel like they came out with those again.
They did, but it wasn't like I guess like back in the day the quality was like I guess better in the sense of
I don't think it was better. I think we could get better stuff now, but at that time it was the top of the line.
But I had like 4 of them. No, I think I had 2. I had a red one and a yellow one.
I feel like I might have. No, I think I burned one of yours with an iron. Who did that?
My sister.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, she burned.
My memory fails me now.
Yeah, she burned it with an iron because it was in plastic. It was a windbreaker. That's all it was.
You could have used the steam setting on. Yeah. Let's just put iron on. What is that? Polyester, nylon, whatever, whatever it was. It wasn't iron friendly.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You were supposed to wear that wrinkly.
Yeah, because it came out of a pocket.
Bag. Yeah, it was legit, bro.
It turned into its own little handbag.
Yeah, that was legit, bro.
It was a clutch that was also a jacket. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like some good memories though with like just fashion wear. That's 97 was around the time where everybody was wearing the goggles and the ski mask.
Yeah. Do you remember it was not a ski mask, it was like a hoodie. It's like a beanie kind of. It had the 2 little strings that hung off of it. I had one that was the same color.
Oh, yeah.
I left it in my locker when we were in high school.
But you also
jacked it.
So it's crazy because I think my love for beanies came from seeing yours growing up. Because you had this dope one that I've always wanted, and I could never get it. It's just basically like a sleeve, and then it had the little rope tying up the top.
That's the one that I'm talking about. Yeah, that's from stuff that people that snowboard or ski. Yeah, that's their clothing. You can find something like that at REI.
Yeah, but like my love for beanies came from like seeing you wear those type of beanies. Because I always thought like. Back in the day, it was always like the regular folded up one. You put it down.
Those are still kind of cool though, because they have the ones now with the little. What do you call that?
The ball.
The puff.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, the little snow cone.
Yeah. So.
Or snowball.
But see, it's crazy because Broadway fashion. Shout outs to Broadway fashion. That was like a lot of the stuff you would get there, bro.
I got my first fake pair of Oakleys from Broadway fashion. Didn't it become Domingo fashion or something after a while?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But like it's crazy like how growing up we had like this like
that they had the Tommy Hilfiger keychain holder.
Yeah. The lanyard one.
Yeah, the lanyards, all that stupid stuff.
It's good to be a kid. Like
It's funny looking through like Instagram now. You see like the '90s kids page.
Yeah.
You'll see some of that stuff on there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I miss a lot of that like attire. You know, like it's funny because I was telling my girl about like because I love like tie dyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about that. My dad, and he was like, "Esos para los."
He's from a different time, bro.
Yeah.
He's from a different
But
time.
it's not even like it's just he don't like colorful stuff. Like
He doesn't like anything that doesn't have like a purpose. He wears pants that like he could do construction work in.
Yeah.
His shoes have to be like they could work out and you could go trail running with them, or you can work on a line where you have to have steel toe boots.
Yeah.
Like he always has like clothes that serves a purpose other than just to wear it.
Yeah, no, he's
like cargo
the only
pockets.
the reason why I say it is because the way he said it, it always cracks me up. But I bought him recently some shirts, and they were just like I know his style, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just maybe of a line or two or whatever, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I found the shirt and it had like palm trees on them, but like in a pattern, and he was like, maybe I wear it to go to sleep. Because I had a
He's
button.
still the same way.
Yeah, I have a button up that has like flower patterns with the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was a nice shirt, but I don't know. Like, you know, I just want to get him to wear like
I remember the first time we wore pink in front of him. He looked at me like, what the fuck is he wearing? It's just a pink shirt, bro. I'm brown. I look good in pink.
It's crazy because like pink's not a bad color. Like with like
pink's my
dark
favorite color.
Yeah.
Favorite
purple,
color, bro.
Purple's my favorite color.
Yeah?
Yeah, purple and then yellow.
I just learned something interesting about purple, but I don't remember what it was. I'm going to have to get back to you on it.
Yeah, I've always...
Damn, what was that? Thought slips my mind, but there's something interesting about the color purple. Like, for example, I think it was the Romans? No, the Greeks. Greeks or Romans, one of them. They didn't see blue. They didn't have the color blue, apparently. Yeah, it was something strange. I read it somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember where I read it, but it was something.
I don't have a Jamie to look it up, bro.
Yeah, it was actually really interesting, though. It's like, what? They didn't have the color blue? What do you mean they didn't have the color blue?
It's crazy, like how like a lot of...
Maybe somebody will watch this. If somebody sees this and they know what the hell I'm talking about...
They can put in the comments. Put in the comments
Put
below.
in the comment what I'm talking about, because I don't even remember.
It's crazy, because purple's always been my favorite color, and then yellow. Because growing up, you always see me like yellow.
Yeah, you always wore yellow. I would have guessed that was your favorite color.
I think purple has a...
Purple reminds me of Barney. Barney reminds me of my sister watching Barney, and me and my brother losing a shit because we didn't want to watch Barney.
See, with me, the purple, I associate it with, all right, so I'm going to get real Breaking Badish. Do you know Hal from Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
The brother-in-law?
Yeah.
He was all into minerals.
Okay.
But I always, like, amethyst has always been my favorite.
Yeah. Why, though?
I've always been drawn to it. But then check this out. I'm not a horoscope person, but I looked it up.
Yeah.
And Aries are drawn to amethyst. Like,
That's interesting.
So
I wonder why.
But like, so purple's always been like my favorite color. Especially like that's why I said, yo, Lambo purple. Like that's gonna be like it, you know. But yellow is like second, like purple and then yellow.
For me, it goes pink and black. That's it. Yeah. That's where it ends.
Yeah, dude. Like I, cause it's like color plays such a role in like the way you think, and then like that psychology of it. Like food. That's why food places have a lot of red.
Red, green, yellows.
Yeah.
They, like Blimpies, for example, they would have that in. I believe it was their logo. Their logo. Yeah.
Well, Subway has the yellow.
Because it makes you hungry, apparently.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But also, like food-wise, like dining in, the red chairs, like all that plays with like the psychology of like food.
I know they used blue in buffets because blue's supposed to make you feel full, so you don't eat more food.
Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Something like that. Yeah. Look it up, bro.
Fact check.
Fact check that.
But yeah, it's weird because like I've always, I don't know, and then like also because I like to film. That's also...
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, right?
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, you would never guess that this is what I'll be doing. it's crazy because like color grading is like my weakness, but I like try to do like my best at it.
Yeah.
And when you like hit it, it's like, oh, this looks dope. Like, you know, like the colors and stuff like that. So yeah, but I don't know. It's just something I'm like visually, I like all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, colors, sound, and
for me, it's sound.
Sound is always gonna be like, because I think everything has a frequency. So
we do.
That's what I'm saying. Like
everything does, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So sound, to me, sound creates the color, which creates the vision, you know, like of what you're like trying to get. Like, well, that's why when you watch a movie, something's happening, you have like the thing to set the tone. Yeah. And you're like, oh, like
when
you get choked up, you're like, oh, they're playing some somber music.
Yeah. Like, or when the scene's ramping up, the music starts getting a little bit louder, a little bit more intense.
Yeah. But that's why I like the movie Insidious, because they didn't play on music too much. The stabbing would happen when it was meant to happen. There was no build up. It was like,
but it was still that added to the creep factor too. Like, whoa, what is that? Yeah. That's cool.
As a matter of fact, now that I bring this up, they're coming out with Orphan Part 2.
Really?
But it's gonna be a prequel.
That was the one with the little girl, right? With the crazy teeth thing. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good movie.
Yeah, so they did an interview with her because, you know, in the movie she's really like 30 something years old. Mm-hmm. They did some, because, you know, did you watch the movie that The Irishman?
No.
You didn't watch The Irishman?
No, you guys did. The Thanksgiving that you got stuck
2 years ago. Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's good, but they so remember how
come on, bro, Joe Pesci's in that.
No, but you know how like, so they CGI'd their face.
Be good.
No, it's a good movie. A lot of people don't like it, but it's a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. The CGI to do the face thing.
To make him young, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they have to make him younger for that?
But they used like old like, imagery of like, it was good, but like YouTube went and like redid a lot of scenes and it looks way better than, but it's almost like how The Matrix, which I'll get to that.
Yeah.
Like 1999, you see Trinity jump up. That was the thing. I'm like, yo, it's 2021. Yo, let's see what technology they use.
If you see the trailer for it, they do some pretty cool stuff just in the trailer that you sent me.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see that.
I know. I was worried when I first watched the trailer because I watched it again, not the teaser, but I was like, I'm trying to think because I had to tell you something about the faces on.
My bad, I threw you off.
Yeah.
I threw you off.
Anyways, but we'll go to the Matrix.
We'll go to the Matrix. We're in the Matrix, bro. What do you mean?
Follow Alice, bro.
Follow the white rabbit.
Shoot. When I watched the trailer, I was like, man, it seems like, not that it's rushed, but like I'm so used to seeing Neo bald inside the Matrix. None of the visuals they show there.
Wait, explain that.
Or he's in all the movies, right? Mm-hmm. You usually see him bald inside Zion.
What do you mean by bald? You're losing me.
Bald, no hair.
Oh, bald, like bald.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying bald, like BALLED.
No,
like bald? What? I don't understand.
No,
I was like bald, like bald.
Like
he got hooked up. Somebody broke his ankles. What?
He got he's in the visuals.
Yeah,
he has his hair.
Yeah,
so it's like everything's basically in the simulation.
Yeah. So
I'm like, I hope it just feels weird because you see a lot of reoccurring images from the past films. Yeah. And the way it ended on the last movie, everything was destructive, like destroyed, right? Like, so the architect...
So you were, that's what you were left to believe.
Yeah, so now I'm like, where the Matrix is gone, right?
Supposedly, but how many times was the Matrix?
That's what those little monitors were, like different versions of it. So I want to see how they connect that. Because it's been so long. Yeah. So, but I'm excited. I can't wait. That's like my favorite film.
From what I took from that trailer, I thought that somehow him and Trinity got thrown back in the Matrix. There's somebody talking to them, like, well, not them, but specifically to Neo. He's in a psychologist, therapist office or whatever.
But there's two therapists because there's Doogie Howser and then somebody else.
The guy from what do you call it? the serial killer show, Mindhunter.
Yeah.
He plays the character Holden. I don't know the guy's name, but that's the other one. I got the impression that those guys, the ones that are talking to him, those might be agents. What do you think? Damn. If they're his psychologist and he's going to talk to them, you see that he's taking these blue pills.
He keeps taking them.
He keeps taking them. It almost seems like they're kind of keeping him in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of knows who he is, maybe?
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because at the ending of the last one, he meets Oracle.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's beautiful, isn't it? So it's a new... So that's
and
the only...
she was different, too.
Well, that's because they had to create a different...
Yeah.
Because the real one passed away.
Yeah, but still, she explains it a different way in the story.
But it leaves off with them not being in the real world.
Yeah.
They're in the simulation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait. December can't come fast enough.
Yeah,
bro.
man. I'm looking forward to that.
So that's my biggest thing. Like, I can't wait.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Because that brings us, like... Senior Cut Day was... What movie was... I think that was the second one or the third one.
I want to say it was the second.
Because the first one came out in, I think, 99?
No, the first one came out when we were going from the 8th grade to the 9th grade. So it was 1999. I want to say 1999.
Matrix 2 was 2003.
There you go.
So Matrix Revolution.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one with the twins.
That's when I locked my keys in my car.
And I saved the seat. It was packed theater.
Yeah.
And I saved the seat. And I'm like, yo, where the hell is this guy? And you were like on the opposite side because AAA came out or something like that.
Yeah. No. I ended up. Did I break into the car? I think I broke into it.
But it was funny because that day, it was Senior Cut Day, and we were working on the car. We were messing around with the battery or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember like whatever we were doing, we were just messing it. And they're like, we're gonna go watch The Matrix. Like, I can't wait, So
that was a fun day. Even then, the car was locked up, but we still got in to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I find interesting? Like, I don't know if your preference changed, but back then, you remember we used to take the last row, top, middle.
Okay, so
now I'll sit all the way down, like as close as I can to the screen, without having to tilt my head up to look at it.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to feel like it's like
your
all around
screen,
my face. Yeah.
All right. No, we got 2 minutes on this one, but I'm gonna keep recording because this one times out at 30 minutes. Everybody knows who watches this. Like I had to go beep. So, this thing though, I feel like.
So did you ever change like where you sit?
What was the last movie that I watched in the theater?
We saw a crappy scary movie out here.
The Raven.
What was it?
The Raven?
No. Was it that? The Raven. I don't even know what that is.
The John Cusack.
Oh, no, that wasn't it though. Yeah, that wasn't it. We did see that, but that wasn't it.
Our mistake was we used to go to Chili's, right? And we used to get the bottomless chips and then drink. And we would drink
we would get hammered before we went in there.
And then we would go to the movie and then be like, this movie sucked. It's because we were completely wasted.
Hammered and full, so we'd catch the itis and be like, that was a good movie.
Babe, give me a second. I'm recording.
Pardon the interruption. He's on the phone.
Bye.
Unprofessional.
What is it called? Give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna stop this right now. Damn, what movie did we watch out here?
I don't know, but it sucked. It was a scary movie. I want to say I had to do something with light switches.
Lights Out.
Lights Out. That's what it was. Yes, that's what it was. My bad for screaming. That's what it was.
The concept.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, the concept was good because it was based off of like a mini video.
Yeah.
But that movie did suck. They did a bad job. You know what movie they're
terrible.
You know what movie they're making? What's that movie with the guy? They break into the house and he's blind.
Don't Breathe.
They're coming out with part 2.
Don't Breathe, yeah. Don't Breathe 2, yeah. I seen the trailer for that too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the last movie I went to was the Bad Boys movie.
Bro.
That's how long it's been.
I watch movies like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
And especially like older movies. I don't know why.
No.
I'd rather watch movies than watch TV though.
Yeah, but I like series though. Because I like the
character. But you still haven't watched like Game of Thrones? That's a series. Why don't you watch that?
I will.
Oh, you're hating, bro. You're hating.
I'll even buy it. so that way I can watch it.
I don't know about all that.
It's not that good then.
I'm not saying it's not good enough to buy, but why would you buy it if you don't know you like it? There's
No, I probably would like it though.
8 seasons of it.
I probably would like it because I've always been into like stuff like that.
Yeah. You were the one who put me onto Lord of the Rings. I had no idea that was like
awesome.
A book, a thing, until you were like, "Yo, let's watch this about hobbits." What?
Yeah,
don't make fun of me, man. I know I'm short.
We used to watch. It was every Friday. We used to go and watch. The tradition has never like really ended if you really think about it, because we watch movies in my house. Mm-hmm. Like it's known that since we were kids, movies Friday night or Saturday or Sunday. As we got older, Saturday. Then when we were in high school, every Friday we always went to the theater.
Depending on whether or not a movie came out, but yeah.
And then as we got older, like when we were able to drink, we would definitely go out and watch a movie.
Bro, what are you talking about? We were drinking in...
yeah, I know. But I'm saying like legally able to buy it at a restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
And like we watched a lot of movies that like... I think like... so I'm not big on scary films.
I am.
But
because of my brother.
But see, I get it from you because nobody in my house likes scary movies.
Yeah.
So I watch scary movies because of you, and the thrill, the adrenaline of a movie is like. But I also like filming is my thing. We get it, but like I like the character development. Like,
yeah.
When a character is like, for example, the House, not House of Cards, Casa de Papel. It's the Spaniard like show about a heist, the money heist.
Yeah.
They did such a good job with the lead character, which is Tokyo.
Yeah.
That by the 3rd season, you hate this woman, bro. Like you hate her, and then in the last season, you're just like, no, I can't break it. But like it's just
man. You're gonna if you do, like bring yourself to watching Game of Thrones. That's how I feel with the lady who played Cersei, dude. I can't watch her in anything anymore. Mm-hmm. I hated on this lady so bad that she was the lady from 300. She was Leonidas' wife.
Yes.
She was, I'm sure everybody's seen it already, but she ends up making herself the queen.
Yeah.
But she was such a piece of shit, bro. I couldn't. Yeah. Every time she would talk, I'm just like, man, next scene.
Don't you think like that's such good acting?
Yeah,
you can like believe somebody.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely, bro.
That's like I'm trying to think.
That's like her son in the TV show. Played this kid. His name in the show was Joffrey. Dude.
Yeah, the little white boy.
I couldn't wait for that dude to die, bro. I couldn't wait for him to die. Yeah. It's horrible to say, but when he died, I was like, yes!
But you know what's funny?
This is going somewhere where I like.
You know what's funny? And I'm going to call you out on this right now, is I brought this up to you before. You ever watched it? So you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah, I was hating. And
you were like, I'm not going to watch that. And then when
I was hating, bro.
So you told me that you watched it right when the last season came out. And I was like, this...
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it 2 months. I actually started watching it 2 months before the last season would have aired.
Yeah.
And right when I finished it, maybe 2 weeks later, the last episode aired. Yeah. So I watched it just in time. But if I had started watching that when it first came out, watching it all the way through, which was going to be like 8 years or something like that, I would have been pissed towards the end of it. Because the last season, it almost seemed like it was rushed. Like they just... I'm ready to be over with this. This has been a project that we've been doing. Let's move on to bigger and better things. It was a good show, man. I've watched it like 3 times since.
I just started watching. It's a Spanish show called Yankee, and he's about he's not a smuggler, but it's basically he's on the run because a cop finds like this drug that like bags of money and drugs, and he ends up working for the cartel, and it's not bad. It's like digestible, It's not like over the top. It's pretty good. But I don't know, for some reason I like series because you get more out of a character than you would get in a movie.
It's almost like they rope you into it. Yeah. Like you get so invested in what you're watching, you look forward to it.
Like
you ever seen
John Barenthal?
That's the guy who plays Punisher, right?
Okay. I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
I hate the interview with Joey Diaz. You see how much of a tool he is.
Yeah.
But I think he plays such a great role. And I still know him as Shane, even though The Walking Dead is a crappy show. But like
that was a good show too, though, when it first came out.
Yeah, you know when I checked out
now again, but
you know when I checked out when they were they get caught and they're inside the railroad, the train.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's supposed in my mind he should have said with the wrong one, or he's like they have a, he said some corny line and I was like, what's going on right here?
That's
like
the writing, bro.
Yeah, but so I don't know. I stopped watching it that was the last time I started like fading away from it.
Yeah. Eric put me onto that show. He also put me onto Sons of Anarchy.
No, Sons is
bro.
yeah. There's no.
Sons is.
Kurt Sutters is a genius when
He did his thing. I haven't seen Mayans though. Have you seen?
I heard it's good. I watched a couple episodes, but I think in my mind, I felt like it was such a knockoff that I didn't want to watch. Like I can't bring myself to watch it. Like you're so invested in Jax, the character.
Yeah,
they're like. I don't know.
You would have thought like a sequel to that maybe would have been the story of his son.
Yes,
or his son's growing older.
Yeah.
Because I know towards the end of that show, I don't remember who. I think it might have been Gemma. She gave them the rings. The Sons of Anarchy rings. So maybe they would have found them. They started digging into it. Yeah, it was Gemma. Because Gemma wanted them to be part. That was her thing. Yeah. She loved the whole idea of the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, I'll tell you,
it was a family-like job.
You know, I'll tell you what's a really good show, and they canceled it. Or no, they didn't cancel it.
Was it on NBC?
No.
Oh, it was NBC cancels everything, bro.
It was on Crackle, and then Netflix got it. It's called The Startup, and it's about these three individuals, and they're like the crypto business. Mm-hmm. And bro, Ron Perlman's like a producer, and he plays in like the second and third season.
Yeah,
it's one of those like it leaves with a cliffhanger every episode. Yeah, you would like it. It's dope. The Startup. We binged it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But you gotta check out Game of Thrones, bro. You don't have to buy it. Check it out before you don't buy a car before you test drive it. Same thing with an 8-season. How much do you think one of those costs?
No, I know that.
It's gotta be expensive, bro.
The only series I'm gonna buy, and it's gonna be a hot take on everybody, is The Office. So I don't care.
The Office?
Yeah, it's my
favorite.
The
Office?
My favorite sitcom. It's not even a sitcom, but
somebody turn this guy's mic off. The Office.
Yeah,
really.
I never wanted to watch it, and then when I was running Tucson, I started watching it to like pick up something.
You're talking about drug smuggling or like your regular job?
Both.
Oh.
So I was like, I don't know. I got like invested in it because it's not that show. There's so much. There's like, it's not just the main three characters. It's everybody in the office.
Yeah.
And you get to see like these little like the first two seasons.
I can't do it, bro.
You probably can't. I like it.
I can't.
I like that like.
Features on though.
I like that dry humor though.
Like, I'm gonna throw one out there. You're gonna be like, what? I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer religiously.
Yeah, but like
that was my thing when I was a kid.
But I never that's not something I ever be like, oh, I don't watch it.
But you haven't watched it. Would you watch it?
Yeah, I would watch it. What I won't watch is what's that that vampire show that you watched? That guy who's had the weird looking eyes.
Dude, I watched everything related to vampires.
No,
my brother used to make fun of me.
But the Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. If Bruce Lee had a Honda Civic and he was a vampire, that'd be like the best movie ever made for me. Thank you, bro. That would be.
It's. Damn it! I'm trying to think. It was not True Blood. This is another one.
Damn it, man.
There was another one. They came out with like. They came with like a side, like
it wasn't
side story of like these other like vampires, the originals or something like that. That's this thing. That was But what's the original one?
The Vampire Diaries. It was the Vampire Diaries and the two.
I can't remember the name. Vampire Diaries.
The original family that started them all off. All the vampires. They kind of had a spin-off, and they ended up in New Orleans.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
But you were fascinated with it. Like I can watch
vampires.
Yes.
Not with the show specifically with vampires.
But like, it's not something I'd sit down and watch. Like, it's weird. Like
the idea of immortality, like, isn't that interesting to you?
Yeah. Okay, so let's segue out of the show real quick. Do you think in the coming years? So how long we've been flying for? You were in the Air Force. So you know.
Oh, so since I was in the Air Force, I'm qualified to answer
this question.
I'm not speaking for the United States government.
How long have we been flying?
Or the United States Air Force.
When did the Wright brothers take their little feet off the ground?
A little over 100 years, I would say. We've been flying. And we've gone through people with propellers or wings on fucking paper wings on their arms to F-22s and 35s. Okay.
So do you think...
And UFOs.
Do you think that in the coming years, maybe not in our lifetime, but the next one, like the next generation of
this people, feels like a good one. It better be a good one. Hit me with something good right now.
Do you think we'll be able to put, and I'm bringing this up because I know there's a couple movies that reference it, like for you to be immortal, you don't really need the body, but have the consciousness.
Yeah. I finish your question?
Do you think it's going to happen? I think it's going to happen. And then would you do it?
I feel like you're talking about something along the lines of like the Elon Musk thing, being able to like...
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, that's the Neuralink.
And Neuralink is supposed to like help us communicate with computers, like interface with computers. But what you're asking, what I'm taking your question as is like, do I think we'd be able to upload our consciousness into a computer?
And then that's how you'd be immortal, right?
That was an episode on Fringe, bro. Don't forget about
that's
Fringe.
A good show. That's a good show.
Series. But still, I think that it's not. I don't feel like anything's impossible.
Yeah,
I don't think it's impossible. I think it is.
Because I watched Chappie.
Oh, that was an interesting movie.
And it did bad in the box office. Yeah. But like I was listening to the podcast that he was on, Joe Rogan. Did you listen to it?
No.
Please do yourself a favor.
I haven't listened to Joe in a while.
But that episode, Neil, whatever his name is, like it talks about how the movie Elysium, how he came up with that, and how he came up with District 13. And like
that one was interesting. Like they were you would think like UFOs are coming here, aliens are coming, and they were gonna offer us like this crazy technology, but they were like needing our help.
Listen to that episode. He breaks down the reasoning why he made those films. Yeah. Yo, you're gonna be like, wow. Like he took like stuff that happened in his life and he made it those movies. Okay. But Chappie, that's the premise of like. It's taking one's consciousness.
Uploading your consciousness into the computer.
And I think about it, I'm like, so when we watch movies about vampires, they always like, or I've seen in some like movies of vampires, they're like, it's hard seeing like, you get attached to people who end up, like the sense of like having immortality is also a curse. Because everything you love is taken away.
Yeah, eventually.
Right? So it's like, once you upload...
That happens anyway, even if you're not immortal.
That's true, but if, say, we're only living one lifetime, and our life, say the lifespan is 89... Yeah, but... let's not get too crazy right now, bro. We gotta ease it up and gently.
Let's not go down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Hey, bro.
I think, like... That's the only thing, like, if you put your conscious into, like, a machine... You may have certain like feelings or whatever, but like I think it's easy to digest in the sense of like immortality that way. So you get Elon to work with Boston Dynamic, and then
maybe it'll happen. You seen a TV show called Westworld?
Bro, I started watching it, and it's so hard for me to watch it.
Why?
And I know it's a good show, but for some reason I could not get into it. And you know that's the stuff I like. I like sci-fi. And
give it a shot, bro. Yeah? Give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good show, and you're kind of in that realm right now of what you're talking about.
I think I've seen two or three episodes, and I was just like, I think it's just like a gradual like to the story. Like it's
Yeah,
slowly.
it's slow. It's definitely slow.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe if I watch it now, but I'll
But
probably.
Anthony Hopkins, bro, that guy's a national treasure.
Every time you say Anthony Hopkins, I just think there was that movie, the Rome. What is it?
Not Rome.
Or not Pope either, right? But it's the movie about he's like he becomes possessed, but he's
You're thinking about the movie where that the kid he's gonna become a priest.
yeah.
He goes to Italy to do
Yeah.
exorcisms, and he goes and does exorcisms. I don't remember the name of that. It's a good movie.
What?
I don't remember the name of that.
It's not Rome.
No, it's definitely not Rome at all. No.
Anthony.
Rome. Let me think about it. I'm thinking. Damn. I'm drawing a blank.
Dude,
The Last Right. Booyah!
there you go. I don't
Gotcha!
my Twitter fingers are not fast enough.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong.
Nah, I think it is that.
Yeah, The Last
Or
Right.
right.
Right. That's what it is.
'Cause it was one word.
One of them.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Is it? Let me see it right now.
Fact check me, bro. Google or DuckDuckGo, whichever one you want to use.
Right movie. Yep. Right.
Yeah, The Right. Last Right, The Right. I'm a bad Catholic. There you go. Yeah. That was a good movie.
Ah. Yeah.
Your name, demon. What is your name? That was a good movie.
Yeah. You know he's a composer. Did you ever watch that? Yeah. He went. There's a video of him going to like a orchestra.
I could see that though.
And they play one of the songs that he like composed.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I could see that. It's like the guy that are you big on Star Wars?
Somewhat. Yeah.
Okay. So do you remember Count Dooku?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever look into the story of that guy's life?
No.
He's like a rock star.
Yeah, it's like a opera heavy metal band. Yeah.
That a movie star, spy, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's
like-
life is super interesting.
Yeah. He had a crazy life.
Yeah. But I could see somebody like Anthony Hopkins being a composer. Like,
Yeah.
What else is he doing with his life and his
Yeah.
riches?
But it
Learn to
wasn't.
play a piano.
It's crazy. I think also like those old actors were always like they were like triple threats. Like nowadays, like you don't get that. Like actors
They
are
had
all good.
multiple talents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like now you barely get that unless you're like a Disney star or something
Yeah.
like that. You know.
Most of them they have several different talents. So
yeah.
yeah, they dance, they sing, they act, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins though. Remember Red Dragon? That's
That's what I thought you were referring to. Was Red Dragon. I was like, I know he was in that, so maybe, but
Nah. Well, when I was talking about Anthony Hopkins.
but yeah, when he did that,
Oh, yeah.
you remember
maybe,
when in Red Dragon when a dude flips out at the museum and starts
Yeah.
eating the painting? Dude,
That
that
was
was
a good-
crazy.
But it's crazy because I can watch movies about I like thrillers. There's all drama suspense. like
Trauma suspense.
but like for some reason I think those like thrillers that are a little bit more believable or like serial killers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Like the movie Creep.
Yeah. Oh, that movie was messed up.
That
You've seen part 2 to that,
we
right?
watched it together.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in the end she's in the subway
Yeah.
and then
On a
he's-
trip. Yeah, and then he's
recording-
there. Yeah, recording.
Those stuff like that where it's a little bit more believable, those freak me out.
Dude, what's not believable about a possession movie? I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying.
But I think
What's not believable about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Because something along those lines happened with Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's true. Yeah,
they come
you're
from
right.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Those things come from something.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah,
I love scary movies, but when I was a kid, I was terrified of them. My brother used to make us watch like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all sorts of Child's Play, all of those movies. And in the moment, I'm like, all right, this is cool. This is scary. I want to watch this. But when it was time to go to bed, I'm like, my big brother was like my hero as a kid. I was like, yo, can I hop in there? I don't want to sleep alone.
Yo,
I was terrified.
The funniest thing that
Nightmare on Elm Street.
What I always remember is Manny Coca-Cola was like
Powerpuff Girls.
I'm going to put on Powerpuff Girls. I'm like, bro, you're 19, 20, bro.
Yeah, he would watch Powerpuff Girls afterwards.
But yeah, because I love cartoons, so
that's funny.
Yeah, we used to, and then remember how my room used to be, right? So my room was always next to the wall, and then like, it was the room and the hallway, right? So we would come back from certain movies, and I'd be creeped out, and I just have my back against the wall, and I'm just looking at the door, like, with the lights on, grown ass man, like.
That's what I like about scary movies.
Yeah, the adrenaline.
You want to feel that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you like feel towards it, but for me, I kind of feel like that makes you feel alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like somebody's out to get me.
Yeah. Do you know what I do? But that's why I guess like, so I used to go to Kettleman, right? This is when I got stuck out there for Thanksgiving, right? And I was having a hard time sleeping, like taking my like a little nap during lunch, so that way I could drive back. Cause
I don't know how you sleep in a car.
In the truck,
car.
It's uncomfortable. You just find the way, right? But like. When you get to Kettleman, there's a farmland. And the thing is just rows of trees, and you can see between those lanes. And sometimes you'll see a car like creeping out because a lot of those workers, they'll work at night to beat the heat. Well, one day I was sleeping there on my lunch, and the airbag on the tractor dumped. So it was like, but it felt like somebody got on the step and shook it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh snap. And I looked around and there's nobody around, and I freaked out. So because I stopped sleeping in that because it's made for like, that's a horror thing, like horror movie thing, like a truck in the middle of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying though. I don't understand how you could sleep in your truck in the middle of nowhere. So after watching shit like that.
Then for a while I started thinking of the house that October built, where the girl would come out. Yeah. So every time I would park there, I would see like. In my mind, I'm like, what if somebody just runs out of one of these rows where like, so then I started listening to crime podcasts, and that just kept me up. So I'd be like, I'm not going to sleep, but now I just park at like an actual gas station. But yeah, dude, like that's my thing. Like what you get in movies, I get them on a crime podcast.
I used to listen to those, but for some reason I started like, I don't know if I gained a conscience over like time, but I started feeling like, damn, doesn't it seem like a messed up thing to be entertained by somebody else's like tragedy? But
I look at it as like, because I don't want to call it entertainment.
It's definitely entertainment.
Yeah, because it's a source of media, it's a source of thing. But it's no different than you watching something about a serial killer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of that, all together. You're still like...
Yeah, but I look at it and then I'm like, you guys got to understand, like, I see, growing up, George has always been like, I see the good in everybody.
Yeah.
That made me realize, like, no, there's darkness out there. Remember, growing up, we were balanced, right? Like, I was the voice of reason. I was always the crazy evil one. Yeah. So, like... seeing that, like listening to that, it makes me realize how messed up we are as like humans.
Yeah.
And then you also see like how a lot of it comes from upbringing. Yeah. Or like, and it's just like, damn, bro. Like, I can listen to them, but there's a limit. Like sometimes I gotta like listen to like something else too.
Let me ask you something. When you were a kid, did you watch scary movies?
No.
You weren't exposed to that.
Yeah, I was exposed to it through you.
Exactly. So for me, it sounds like a horrible thing to say, but violence is something that it's just violence. It's part of human nature. Like we're a violent race. Mm-hmm. Do we have to be? No, but that's how we spread throughout the world through violence. Yeah. You watch it as a kid and you become desensitized to it. Is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Who knows? Who cares? What difference does it make? Violence it's always going to be a thing. It's part of who we are. Yeah. Like, But the fact that you didn't watch it and I did makes it so that for me it was easier to consume. Like I didn't feel bad about it. But as I got older and maybe grew a conscience, like I started thinking about it like, damn, I don't know that it's necessarily glorifying bad things happening, but for me to listen to like I used to listen to a podcast called Crime Junkies.
I still listen to it.
I used to listen to it, and after a while of listening to it, I would hear these really like messed up stories, and I was okay like listening to it because it happens to people every day. No matter whether or not I listen to this or not, it's still gonna happen. But I kind of started feeling like, should I listen to this? Because they're putting out this product to me that I'm listening to for my entertainment. Yeah. I'm listening to some horrific story about a person being beaten to death. Yeah. Like violated in ways that nobody should be. Like real, like grotesque crap. Yeah. But then I'm like, I'm kind of conflicted because I'll still watch it in the movie. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to like wrap your head around.
But see, like I started off listening to My Favorite Murder, which is just like Crime Junkies, two women, but they're comedians. They don't make fun of the crime; they make fun of like the person, like who, not another person that died. Like the clown like jokes about certain things. So it's easier to digest. Yeah. And then I started listening to.
But it's interesting that you use that easier to digest.
Yeah, because it's horrible things, bro. So then, Sword and Scale is heavy, especially when it's a child, and I skip those. Yeah. But like when it's regular stuff, I'm like, damn. Like I always look at it like how what brings people to that that point. Like what, like that's how I look at a lot of it. Like damn, the only thing about Sword and Scale versus Crime Junkies and My Favorite Murder, Sword and Scale has the 911 calls or audio or like so you hear the actual so sometimes they're like
see like I can't. Doesn't that seem like they're pushing the boundary? Like I don't care, I'm not saying that shouldn't be a thing. I'm just saying like it seems up to just, I'm gonna listen to this weekly. I'm listening to this podcast that's just not necessarily glorifying, but they're using somebody's misfortune to gain popularity, to gain views, to gain listens, likes, whatever the case may be. Not saying it's a bad thing, not saying it's a good thing.
It's crazy because it's not the first time. It's not the first time you and me have this conversation. Nah. But I always think about it when I listen to them. Yeah. But it's wild because there's more of an abundance of that than there is my comedy ones, and I'm like, yo, I listen to so much that I'm like,
because we're violent people, bro. Yeah. We're violent people.
Yeah. But it also like it's opened my eyes to a lot of things as far as like just how like people like it shows you like how people are in like the sense of like they're creatures of habit or like it's not like how I tell you like I follow a page where they on YouTube where they show like unfortunately it's like they're training you to understand body language and stuff like that, but usually it ends with somebody
being killed. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't watch it for the fascination of being killed. I'm listening to that part and I'm like, still, I was like, I was going to send you something the other day and you were like, don't.
Yeah, don't send me that. It's weird coming from me, right?
Yeah, right. So I'm like, it's weird because I do listen to that stuff, but it also has made me like super aware.
Something happened.
Oh, well, I was talking, so. But it made me like super aware of like what just what people are capable of or like but I listen to a lot of comedy stuff, so I try to like
but you try to balance it out, it almost seems like.
But if you look at theater, what do you have? If you in the sense what is the typical imagery of theater? You always have a sad face and a happy face.
The comedy tragedy thing.
And it's weird because like I love comedy. I love the most dumbest stuff. Like the stupidest that's out there, I find like funny.
The same but for me, I was the complete opposite. Yeah. Like, let's watch this funny movie. Not really. Yeah. I'll pass. Let's watch something that's scary.
Yeah. So
scary. Like I don't know, man. For
But
me,
that's why the babysitter. I enjoyed it because
that's precious.
yeah,
that
because
movie's awesome.
Because it's literally both our styles.
Yeah.
It's your horror and then your comedy. Like,
but that could happen. Who knows? That's possible.
Yeah, I like that. But I also like movies that are like just Sicario. The first one is like hands down the better one. The second one's alright. But like that, or like No Country for Old Men, like that style of movie where it's a slow burn, but it's just like it's just good. Like yo, that's a good movie, you know. And then like you brought up Star Wars before. They're gonna remake the last 3 movies.
Why?
Because it did bad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So I heard somewhere like they're gonna.
I enjoyed them.
Yeah, they are what they are, but I also think like
for me that's a win anyway. I get 3 more Star Wars movies.
But literally, the Star Wars story, Skywalkers, and the Solos are pretty much the Kardashians of space.
This is where our friendship ends, bro.
Yeah, think about it, bro. It's all a family. This is what bothered me about the last 3 movies, right?
Yeah, go for it. Let me hear this.
The concept that worked for the first, well, not the first 3, but like the original 3, right? Mm-hmm. So you have Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
You don't know the names of these movies.
No, because this is what bothers me. So, in the newer ones, Kylo Ren kills his dad, right?
Yeah. Who's his dad?
Han Solo. But like,
come on, bro. He's part of the family too. Is he a Kardashian?
He's the Jenner.
Good one. Okay.
This is what bothers me. It's like they took the same story and just made it prettier. Like here's a father-son tragedy. Father-son tragedy. But then there's like that guy. What's it? He has like a burnt face. Everybody thought he was gonna be. They thought he was Darth Vader in the future, but he's.
You talking about Snope?
Snope, yeah.
Snoke, whatever his name is. Yeah.
They could have built on that character and they didn't. Like. But I thought he was a dope character.
Why do you want them to build on a Sith character? You know what Sith character I would have loved for them to build on?
Yeah, Darth Maul.
But what happened? They split him in 2 and that was it, bro. Read a book. Remember that video?
Yeah. So, read a book. But overall, I think like Rogue One, fire. That was dope.
But that's still tied into that same storyline.
Yeah, but it's not so like. That's what it was. It disappointed me because the storyline, the last 3 movies were like, well, I didn't see the last one, so I can't talk crap. But the other 2 before it, I was just like, it could have been better.
Do you feel like they focused too much on the family drama? Is that what it is?
I think because it wasn't. Remember, I said I like character development. I don't feel like that. Like there was like you have the dude from Attack the Block. I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
He's a stormtrooper.
I definitely don't know the dude's name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but like I think he's a good character. The other guy from Ex Machina, he's a good character. Like
Poe,
yeah,
he plays Poe. I can't remember the other dude's name. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, but I find myself looking at all of that stuff. Yeah, but I was just like, man, like I don't know. I didn't like. Or even I forgot her name. Wow. The main one.
The one who
the story's based.
I don't remember her name too. I just told you I'm terrible with names.
But I don't know. I just maybe I gotta rewatch it. But
they're good movies, man. They're good movies.
I think
I think you're hating for no reason.
The whole Star Wars franchise is dope. I think that's legit. Like to me, it's dope. Like I don't know. I just think that the story was kind of like.
You got to give them another shot, bro. Give them a shot, but don't drink Haterade before you watch them. Just watch them like you're watching them for the first time.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy them.
I think also because I expected so much from J.J. Abrams.
He's done a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. But he also did the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
and those are fire. Like,
didn't he do Fringe too?
yeah, Bad Robot.
Fringe is his, yeah.
That's the company.
Bad Robot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I expect this like so much that I was like, they like I don't know.
I feel like they were good. I don't know.
But it's like preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, people are gonna be like, oh well.
Teach his own. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like stuff like that, like this out of like.
Your thing is series. It doesn't matter if it's movies or TV shows. You like series of everything, though, don't you? Now that I think about it, because you like movies like The Matrix, a series of movies, Lord of the Rings, series of movies. The TV shows that you like, you just like series.
Because I like the expansion.
I get it. I get it.
But I also like movies with open endings where you're like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of movies that I like that are not.
You know, a movie had an open ending that would be pretty cool if they came out with a new one.
Yeah.
Space movie. What's the name of this? The one that I stole from you.
Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah, right on cue, bro. Yeah, that Interstellar. That would be awesome. Because it left off with him leaving to go find this girl again.
But he does find her. Anne Hathaway. They meet up.
At the end of that movie?
Yeah. After he says goodbye to his daughter.
I don't remember seeing that.
So remember they're in like this like circle thing? No, you don't. You have the movie. Watch it. You know the circle that they're on?
Yeah.
Right? He goes to visit his daughter, and she's like, "I don't want you. You shouldn't see me like this."
He takes the plane or the spaceship and he takes off. You see her on the planet, but you don't see them meet up.
No, he's walking towards her.
I don't remember that.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
I don't remember
Watch
that.
it. Watch it, bro.
That.
Watch it.
I didn't see that.
Bro. Yeah, I like Interstellar.
That was a good movie. That's why I never gave it back.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, though.
Yo, but let's talk about how Matt Damon was the ultimate villain.
He definitely that was like a hook that came out of nowhere, bro. I expected him to. He's telling a story about how his planet's like the planet to be on.
And they go on there.
Then he tries to kill. What's this guy's name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, he tries to kill him.
Yeah.
He turned out to be a coward.
Yeah.
He just wanted to leave. He didn't want to die there.
Yeah. And then I felt bad for the robot.
It was Tars? Tars or Tars. I think it's called Tars. Yeah.
It's crazy how like movies can do that to you. Like Chappie, I was like, I hated on it before it came out. I was like, there's only one real Chappie, and I put a picture of Johnny number 5.
About movies, man.
Yeah,
they pull you in.
Yeah,
you get invested in movies, man.
That's what I think like good storytelling is like. Like what movie? Drawing a blank, but there's like I like movies like that, like just that you can build something.
You but you put me onto this. It was a movie that was remade. It was originally like I don't know if it's a horror movie, maybe a thriller, the Korean movie with the. If I describe it to you this way, you're gonna understand. The dude and his daughter.
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Oh boy.
Oh man, that was a messed up movie.
So I haven't seen the original, which is. Forgive me for guys, the people who've watched it. I heard the original one.
That movie was horrendous, bro.
Way better. I heard the original is way better, and that's not the.
I felt like I had to shower after watching that.
That was gross.
Like, yeah. It was messed up.
Yeah, thanks, Spike Lee. We didn't need that. We didn't need that one. It was a Spike Lee movie.
Yeah.
A Spike Lee joint.
Spike Lee joint.
It's crazy because there's movies. Video game opening up on my phone. But speaking of Spike Lee, there's a couple movies that I've liked, like the Miracle in St. Anna, Inside Man.
El Gigante Chocolate. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Did you watch? I was gonna say Inception, but it's not Inception. It's the.
That was a good movie too.
Tenet.
Yeah. Wow. I had to watch that movie like 2-3 times to actually like completely understand it. I was like, this movie's.
I've watched it
out there
4 or 5 times, bro. Like
that movie's out there.
But he's smart because he does like so much research he puts so much thought into his movies that I'm like.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah. And I think like him doing the Dark Knight trilogy was dope for like this time. but now I'm looking forward to the Batman. Have you seen the new one?
Oh
The trailer
yeah,
with
yeah,
Robert Pattinson?
yeah. I think was it you who sent it to me? I think it
Probably.
was you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I think it was your brother who texted me, and I was like, bro, I think you sent it to the wrong. He's like, no. Everybody needs to see this.
Yeah.
I sent it to everybody.
Yeah. I was thinking it was him who sent it.
It might have been him then. Because I got it one day, like, early morning, because I bet, like, it's very rare that I get a text from him. And I was like, why are you sending me this?
I think it was him.
I think
He
was
sent
him.
some random gems,
Yeah.
bro.
And then it has that, was it a Nirvana song? Yeah, I think it's a Nirvana song. But it's just dope. I like seeing like how dark it is. Like,
I didn't expect him to. Well, I haven't seen the movie yet. All I've seen is the trailer, obviously. But when they announced that it was going to be him playing Batman, I was like, really? The sparkling vampire?
yeah,
I don't know how I'm going to take this.
But I think
that's why you got to keep an open mind, right?
yeah. Because he did a good role in Tenet.
Yeah.
He did a good role in Tenet.
Yeah. He had a really good role in that movie, yeah.
Do you know that's Denzel Washington's son?
Who?
The protagonist? That's
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
But
Dude's a G.
shout outs to Eric. He told me that he was on a show, and that's how he knows that that's his son. Yeah. And then if you when you rewatch it, you can see some mannerisms. Like, oh yeah, that's definitely.
Who's the comedian who does like the impression? Yo, he's good.
Jay Farrell.
He's good, man. He's good at mimicking him.
You gonna get my kid? What is it? Because he does the man.
He's good at that.
The SNL skit. Yeah. Jay Farrell. Yeah.
You seen the movie Game Night?
Yes, with the dude from Ozarks.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah. There's a guy in that. I don't know if it's not the same dude. There's a guy in there who plays. There's a funny backstory about Denzel Washington, where this girl thought she slept with Denzel Washington.
Oh,
but it was
I remember.
He does the impression while he's on the steps. Yo, that's priceless.
That's a good movie. Game Night. And I didn't think the ending was gonna end the way it did.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, Game Night.
I watch that shit when I'm driving to work. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm.
Oh man. Yeah, there's been some good movies like that. Like, see Jason Bateman. I've known him for. It was a show. Damn it, I forgot the name.
He's been in so much stuff. Dude.
I know, but dude, what's the name of the show that the way Michael Cera and there's a comedy. Can't even exit out of this game. Jason Bateman.
He's been in so much stuff.
No, I know, but there's one show that's damn it, Arrested Development. So I known him for that, right?
Okay.
And then when I seen Ozark, no, it wasn't even Ozark. I seen the movie The Gift. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a good actor as a serious person. And then the Ozarks came out, and I was like, this is fire, bro. Like, I like seeing not comedians, but like people who do a lot of comedies.
Yeah.
I like seeing them in serious roles. Like Adam Sandler in the Uncut Gem.
I haven't seen that movie.
I don't care. I'll fight anybody, bro. That movie is a masterpiece.
That's harsh, bro.
Yo, I'll fight anybody who comes
aggressive.
in. Yeah, that movie is a masterpiece, and it sucks that he didn't get an award for it.
Yeah.
And then you got Uncut Gems, and then you got the Halloween movie that came right afterwards.
Yeah, that movie sucked, didn't it?
No, I thought it was funny.
You watched it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I heard it
something.
sucked. But
it's good. Watch
other
it.
people's opinions.
Yeah. It's an Adam Sandler movie, bro. But Uncut Gems, There's
some of his movies that I like. Some of the movies Little Nicky. I hated that movie.
So then you probably won't like this because he does a slow type character. All right,
what do you mean by slow, bro? What you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, bro? I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. What you mean? What you mean by slow? Developmentally disabled type slow?
Yeah,
what
maybe. Damn, I'm gonna get canceled. But the character he plays is just simply. They don't know about me yet, so you can't cancel me. They're gonna do
Can't cancel you yet, bro.
They do a Shane Gillis and they cancel me. this thing. But he does that type of character. But Uncut Gems, serious role, but it's like.
Wasn't he like a degenerate gambler in that?
Yes, but he's a jewelry store like owner.
Yeah.
And basically, like he owes money to his like wife's brother, who was like in the mob. Dope, bro. I'm telling you, you watch it, you're gonna be like, this is a masterpiece. This movie need like.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, Uncut Gems. They're like by far one of my.
Uncle Joey talks about that movie all the that movie all the time. He says it's a good movie.
Bro, when
he's from Jersey, bro.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, bro, it's not like no lie. It's a legit, like, well put together like film, and like it's gritty. It's New York. Like it's just what it is. Like I think that's what I loved about it. Like it's just you get that like, hey, you know, like that. Just, what we
New York,
the stereotypical New York. Like, yeah. Watch it. Trust me, you'll like it. It's a dope movie.
I'll check it out.
Uncut Gems, but I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen like a good comedy too, though. Like,
dude, I don't really.
But see, that's not you.
I still don't go to comedy. Like I won't listen to podcasts about people getting murdered, but sure, watch it on like horror movies. Yeah. I'll definitely watch that.
There's this one movie I can't remember the name of it that we watched, and there's people like traveling somewhere on a bus, and they stop in like this little town. And
not turista, right?
No, and then they get murdered. In the end, it was the two girls on the bus that were doing all the crimes, but they were recording it to get like YouTube likes. In the end, they were like partying on the thing, like you can't catch us, blah blah blah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, you put me outside, and I can't for the life of me. In one of the scenes, this guy has like a bomb squad outfit, and he's coming out with like a flamethrower. But it was like the girls. They were like they specifically set like this town up to kill all these people, but they were inside the. So it was like they plotted it. In the end, you find out I can't. Once I find the name of it, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna be like, oh, I remember this movie.
When you said the guy with the flamethrower, I automatically went to the party movie Project X.
Oh yeah.
I was low key the story of the party at Manny's house.
Yeah, no, but check this out. You know that's a real story about here, right?
Yeah.
There's a movie
things a little different in Cali.
Yeah, there's a movie like that, but it takes place like in the 80s, and what's the name of it? But I think the dude who played Topher from the 70s show, he's in it.
Topher.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. But it's a dope movie. It's a comedy movie. But yeah, I haven't seen anything that's like.
I don't really go for. I don't know if it's something that like I don't know, man. Just. I could watch stand-up comedy. I love that. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to like go to watch a comedic movie for whatever reason. Yeah. If there's comedy in a movie, then cool. It lightens things up. But I can't. I don't know. It's just never been. That's not my thing. I like action movies.
Yeah.
Scientific movies, horror movies mainly.
I also like movies that like stretch the imagination.
Yeah,
so I like those
like mind-bending movies.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like Interstellar, Tenet. You're just like, how? like how, bro? Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Like I like those types of films. So
movies that make you think. Yeah.
You know, a movie is good. It's an old movie too. It's Heat.
Heat?
Yeah, the old movie. It's an old movie with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking of a different movie, but I'm familiar with that. I watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's an old movie.
That's an old movie.
So it's crazy because I watched it maybe like a year ago, and then the significance of that movie, there's a scene, and I think it's the first movie that I ever did that, was like where the good guy and the bad guy sit at a table and talk to each other
like this.
Like, yeah, pretty much.
Just like this.
But you know that inspired the scene for the Batman, the Chris Nolan, when he was talking to Heath Ledger inside the interrogation room. That scene inspired him to do like that type of.
Really?
Where like the good guy sitting across from the bad guy talking to him in like a regular, casual conversation. But yeah, I think he is a dope movie. Well, that's a remake of another movie from the same director. He made like one in the 70s, and I guess it was like it got like a good following, but it like did poorly, and then he just went out and redid it with these big actors.
And it did better.
It did better, yeah. Yeah.
Goes to show you.
But it's crazy because like I didn't know that Al Pacino and Robert De Niro worked together. I was for my simple mind just thought
simple mind.
I thought he was the righteous kill. Yeah, the classic, bro. Tropic Thunder is a classic. A movie that can't be done today either.
See, something like that. That was, I would say that's like one of the last like comedy movies that I was drawn to go watch.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
They can't make something like that anymore.
Not at all. We had the soy sauce in the background. Robert Downey Jr. But you know what I think it is even funny?
He was in the hospital.
Brother O'Malley.
That's funny.
When it was him and Tobey Maguire. The two
Father
priests.
O'Malley, yeah. You mix the two. You mix the two together. You mix Lincoln Osiris with Father O'Malley.
Now that I talk about Tobey Maguire, have you followed up on the new Spider-Man movies?
I've seen them,
but I haven't seen the last one with Jake Gyllenhaal. But the new one that's coming out is gonna have all three of the Spider-Men, like because the multiverse.
Yeah, have you seen that cartoon one?
Oh yeah,
it was on Netflix for a while.
Miles Morales.
Yeah,
they're coming out part 2.
That was a good movie, bro.
Okay, so check this out.
That was a good movie.
So that one got such a big like following or whatever. I guess with the ending of like Avengers and all that stuff, it led to like people requesting like, yo, bring back the old Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So Tobey Maguire and then Andrew Garfield, which was the one that they're coming back. So all the villains of the older movies are coming back for this new one.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like, I can't wait to see that. That should be good. Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
Willem Dafoe's coming back. The Dr. Octopus is coming back.
Don't you think he would have made the perfect Joker?
Yes.
Just because of his face?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know who...
He has that weird grin.
But you know that Joker comes from a Cuban actor?
I didn't know that.
No, that's a lie. The first Joker was a Cuban actor. There was that old school Batman.
Okay.
That, pow!
Yeah.
But
with Adam West.
Adam West. But that
I remember watching those when I was a kid.
But the concept of Joker came from an old film called The Man Who Smiled. It's a black and white like film.
Yeah.
And he has this creepy smile. I don't know if you've ever seen.
Nah, I've never.
Yeah.
I didn't know the backstory behind that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me see.
Bro, why don't you just ask Google or Siri? One of them is listening. You know.
I type. The Man Who Laughs.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Look.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Imagine like
Batman's. I'll put it up on the thing though. But
imagine all the lights being off in your place, and you come out of your room and you see somebody standing right by the door that looks like that. What? No.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah, look at that, bro.
No, sir. That's creepy.
Yo, so now because I'm gonna cut it after this 5 minutes. So there was this one movie about a serial killer, like clown that looked like this. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Terrifier. Come on,
Thank
bro.
You.
Horror movies, I got this.
We watched
Terrifier.
it. Then we put it
that
on.
movie's so disturbing.
Yeah.
Disturbing.
Yeah. And there was also that.
I forgot the name of the clown though.
Yeah, but that's the movie. And then remember VHS?
Oh, those are good. Yeah, those are good. There was another one that you put me onto. It was a vampire movie, independent film. I think the guys that made it were from Canada. Independent film. These two kids were going like across country or something like that for a trip. One of them had like a brain disorder. You don't remember?
No.
He had something was going on with like his brain where he shouldn't have been traveling. I don't know if it was because of the pressure in the airplane or whatever. And his doctors were back in the States, but they were going to Europe. And while they were in Europe, he gets bitten by.
Sure, it was me because I've never heard.
It was you, dude. You were the one who put me onto it. It was like the first movie made by these directors. I don't know if they've made anything since. I'll look it up. Series.
Yeah, I can't remember. We should leave it on the cliffhanger though.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on
part
that.
2. So let's end this podcast. Hey, it was
Cheers, good sir.
Cheers. It was good talking to you. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment. And
yeah, answer a couple of the questions that we
asked
that we didn't have the answers to.